My name is Dean Kato, and along with Cheryl and Mike LaBaw, I want to welcome all of you to our series on cruises. And today we're excited to introduce Silversea and their luxury cruise program and product, and learn some more today about how to cruise well and specifically how to best navigate Silversea. And a quick intro for World Travel Agency LLC and what we do, and Cheryl will talk a little bit about the why as well. What we focus on is booking cruises, and in the area of cruises, we handle groups, which may be friends of yours, or it may be affinity groups, your bicycling club. We work with multi-gen, so I'm working right now with some clients on a Disney package with their grandparents, parents, and children. We do focus on solo travelers as well. It's one of the areas that we specialize in because it is a market that sometimes is underserved. We have worked substantially with folks who are disabled in travel. My wife has MS, and that's something that's always something that we can focus on for you if that's an issue. And we have been on and do book any of the combination of river cruises, ocean cruises, and expedition. So a little bit about what World Travel Agency does. And Cheryl, if you'll talk a little bit more about the why.
Thank you, Dean. Well, let me have a little moment to tell you and to explain to you why using World Travel Agency benefits you. First of all, our commissions are paid by our vendors. That doesn't cost you a thing. Second of all, we're specialists in the products that we represent to you. We've either been trained on it, sold on it, and with our expertise, that helps you to avoid any pitfalls you may encounter planning your memorable vacation. Thirdly, we are with you before, during, and after your trip, should you need assistance sorting out any problems that you may have along the way. We also are able to provide extra benefits that you can't get anywhere else and are online. Virtuoso benefits, shipboard credit, and upgrades. And speaking on Silver Seas, Mike and I did travel on Silver Seas. You will have an awesome experience on them. It's very well appointed. We were on the Nova. I really liked the layout of that particular ship. The food was excellent, and the service, the customer service was just above board. We had a little mishap, or I should say I had a little mishap because I forgot Mike's dress pants, and they accommodated us, and it made the trip just that much more enjoyable. So back to you, Dean.
Great. Thank you, Cheryl. We are excited to have Cate Almgren with us. She is the area sales director for Silversea, and she started her career in 1994 as a travel agent. She has a ton of experience in working with clients. In 2011, she moved into the management side of the industry as a director of sales and marketing for a large virtuoso host agency. Several years ago, she began to focus on cruise when she became a business development manager for Azamara. And most recently, that experience led her to her forever home at Silversea. So, Cate, we're excited to have you with us and interested in what you have to tell us about Silversea and cruising well.
Thank you, you guys. Wow, what an intro. I feel like I almost don't have anything left to do, right? Cheryl talked about the Nova. Dean told you all about me, so we're done. No, just kidding. Well, thank you all for coming. I know it's afternoon, evening, nighttime, depending on where you are. So people have busy lives, and we appreciate you coming. And also thank you to World Travel Agency for having me. So I know sometimes people go, I don't get it. How does it fit? Why do we talk to you? Who are you? I represent World Travel Agency and their host on Davo Travel. So your people that you talk to will be Dean and Cheryl and Mike. Any questions, anything you need to do will be with them. And then they come to me if there's something that we need to discuss, or a little extra or something else. So we're just going to jump in. I won't keep everyone too long. I do like having an open format. So as Mike told you, him and Dean have the questions. Don't think anything is too silly or too small of a question. If you've got something, please put it in the question box. Mike, feel free to interrupt me if it's relevant, and we can make this a fun, a sort of interactive, almost like we would if we were in person, evening to learn a little bit more about Silversea. So starting at Silversea, the biggest thing that is important for us are our hallmarks of our brand, or what we call our pillars. So these are the things that we truly stand by. And there are 6-ish of them. Truly, because I say ish because the first and the last, travel deeper and immersive enrichment, they truly go together. But as you can see from the travel deeper picture, we want you to truly experience your destination, do an expedition, get off and get on a kayak, get in there, see where you are. What better way for, whether you're in the Arctic, Alaska, Antarctica, to feel immersed in your destination and travel deeper than to be right next to a glacier. So that's one of our pillars. The other is for you to have intimate small ships, feeling sort of like a boutique hotel, if that's the way you want to reference it. Our largest ship holds 728 guests. So you're with 700 of your closest friends, not too bad for sailing on a ship. If any of the, some people are interested in tonnage, other don't even get the whatever. Our biggest ship is 54,000 tons, which is still pretty small when you compare it to some of the other ships that are out there. We do cover pole to pole. So it is our goal to give you the most options of destinations that we can. So we do the Arctic all the way to Antarctica and everywhere in between. And we'll talk about a couple of destinations while we're talking about some ships, just giving you an idea of what you can expect and what you can do with Silversea. Superior service should really be the number one hallmark of our brand. That is our number one goal. Exceptional 6-star service, white glove truly, door to door, butlers in suites, private car transfers at home, and as Cheryl said, just phenomenal service. I mean, we can accommodate when you forget your pants, right? You'd be amazed what we can come up with. So, and then of course, exceptional cuisine, which we will also talk about a little bit more as we go. So we have 13 ships if you include our classic and our expedition. Again, from 100 guests up to 726 guests, so a little something for everyone. We do hit on all 7 continents. So I know there's some people out there that have that bucket list wanting to hit all 7 continents, and we can definitely help you out with that. As I mentioned, the door to door, and there are other options than this, but again, please refer to Mike and Cheryl or Dean if you have questions on how this works. But so you know, our most inclusive option does give you private transfers from your home to the airport, pre-hotel. We'll take care of all your bags. We'll get you on board. While you're on board, we include one shore excursion in every port. You do have butler service, and we'll talk about that because I don't want people to shy away. And your onboard gratuities. We include all of your dining. We include all of your alcohol, premium beverages in your suite, coffees, specialty and non. So truly all-inclusive experience. And then of course, a couple extra things when you're doing our expedition. And then same thing on your return. And I guess I should go back just a second because I assume you all know as much as we do. For those that the word expedition maybe sounds a little scary, or expedition, you think, oh, I'm going to be on this tiny little raft and I'm not going to have any luxuries. Silversea has taken expedition and turned it into a luxury product. So everything we talk about today and all the pictures that you see will also transfer into our expedition product. So expedition doesn't mean 5-mile hikes and you have to be the fittest person in the world who's in the gym 5 days a week for 3 hours, right? As long as you can walk a flight of stairs, we say you can do expedition. We'll get you in and out of zodiacs, onto kayaks if you choose, or watching from the windows if you choose. So don't say, oh, no, expedition is not for me, because we just never know. And again, we will look at some expedition as we go through as well. I know I touched on it, but sometimes it just makes more sense when we see it in person. So these are our 12 ships. Our newest is the Silver Nova. She came out last August. Again, 700 guests, 500 crew. That's a really nice ratio. Her sister comes out this June. Our original ships, the Wind and the Cloud, so you can see they were built in air, or brought to us actually in 94 and 95, both refurbished fairly recently. They are expedition ships, so they do things in a little bit different of a way. Our Endeavor and Origin. Origin lives in the Galapagos, and then a few others to get us through. So we'll look at a sampling of these. And again, please refer to your advisor if you need more details. So 6 ships in as many years, essentially. 2021 is when we started and coming out in 24. So it really says something for us that we're building new innovative ships. And I'm just going to touch on the Nova a little bit. Cheryl mentioned her and she is cool and different. So we'll talk about her the most. But all of our ships, just so you can have any idea, there are no what we call interior cabins on our ships. So everything will have at least an ocean view. That is our starting category. So up here in the left, you can see it's our premium, classic, superior. Basically, it's where they are on the ship. They all look just like that. They're about 383 square feet, so maybe the size of some people's first studio apartment. And then from there, we go up. You can get as comfortable as you want with completely separate living rooms and dining rooms. Or, of course, I mean, that's beautiful. I'm more than happy to have a 400 square foot suite while I'm going, right? So even there is a little something for everyone, all very nicely appointed. All of our suites, regardless if they are the top or the lead-in suite category, will have, as I said, the ocean view, the same amenities of premium mattresses and soft linens, walk-in closets, unlimited Wi-Fi. We do give you Wi-Fi 1 device per person. So if there's 2 of you in your cabin, you can each be on your devices at the same time. We'll give you your refrigerator stocked with your choice of beverage, whether that be alcoholic or non, sparkling water or non, take your pick. There is a 7-pillow menu. So if you need an orthopedic pillow or you really like a soft, squishy one, you can switch it out every day for a week, right? Lots and lots of choices. We understand the luxury of choice and that people want choices in things. And then, of course, everything you need for where you are, umbrellas, hair dryers, phones. There's also decent TV with videos on demand now that we've come to the 21st century. So again, plenty of options across our fleet and across your categories. This will be the same regardless. Let's talk about food. I bet it's dinner time for some of you, right? So hopefully this will make some of you hungry. We do have up to 10 dining options, again, depending on which vessel you're on. We do have a couple of specialty restaurants as well. So La Dame is our staple. It is a French restaurant. It is available on every ship. It is a surcharge and does require pre-reservations. Again, WTA can help you with all of those things as you're booking and you get closer to kind of explain how that goes. But we also have what we call an open seating policy in the rest of our restaurants. So for those of you that have cruised, and I'm sure in the past you've gotten do you want to eat at 6? Do you want to eat at 8? Do you want to sit with 2 people, 4 people, 6 people, 8 people? And there is a place for that, and that is fine, but we want you to be a little more free and again have that luxury of choice, as we like to call it. So dining is open from 6 to 9. You can walk up as a party of 2, you can walk up as a party of 8. Usually if you're a party of 8, they'll say give us a couple minutes to get a table put together. By the time they're done telling you, thank you for waiting, your table is ready, and you can dine in any of the restaurants. And we do have indoor, outdoor as well. And then I want to talk just for a second about our SALT program. SALT is our newest venture in dining. It stands for Sea and Land Taste. The nice thing about SALT is that it immerses you in your destination. So, sorry, happy fingers. SALT will be things from the area that you're in. So there's a cooking lab where you can do a hands-on cooking class. There's a bar where they'll bring in some spices or chilies and things from the regions that you're in. And then there's the restaurant where the menu will change throughout your voyage based on the region that you are. So a great way to taste some yummy culinary from the area you're in. Excuse me. Silver Note This is one of my favorites. This one does also require reservations. She's very hard to get into because she only holds 54 people, but this is kind of our jazz club. So there'll be live jazz music. Usually there's a singer in here and they serve a dinner as well. So just an idea of what some of our dining venues look like for you. Oh, see, there we go. I had my slides backwards. So again, SALT, the lab where you do the cooking yourself, the kitchen where you can eat in a rotating menu, the bar with the things that are brought in from the regions that you're in. The talks and the experiences are all part of your destination immersion. So these will happen on land. There are shore excursions that are cooking classes or shopping in the market, and then maybe watching a cooking demonstration or trying foods in different regions that you're in. So if we've got any foodies out there, SALT would be the product for you. Again, an array of bars and lounges. I will tell you of all of these. My favorite is the Arts Cafe. That's where you can go for a drink in the afternoon or a specialty coffee any time of day. So if you're just really jonesing for a good cappuccino or some sort of a latte, always included, always available at Arts Cafe. Panorama Lounge, exactly as it says it is, right? So as you can see, a little something for everyone. Connoisseur's Corner is cognac and cigars. And then again, a couple bars and the quiet library. So a little something for everyone by day or night. Okay, I'm going to breathe for a second, see if we've got any questions yet. No. Okay, excellent. That either means you guys are just really quiet or I'm doing my job right. Okay, this is the marquee. So as we talk about outdoor dining, 220 seats. So again, never a problem to eat, right? It honestly, it really organically works out that not everyone wants to be in the same place at the same time. So there's really rarely a wait for dining. And this is a great way to do it al fresco, have some nice light bites with a fabulous ocean view. I mean, it looks like a hotel lobby. You just happen to be floating. After all that food, we might need the fitness center. So there is a fitness center slash gym along with classes, of course, the deck on every ship. So if you're diehard and you need to be in the gym while you're vacationing, it is available here. If you would rather just relax, there is a spa on each ship as well. 8 treatment rooms on most of the ships. Your hot and cold spas, your saunas, all included when you have a treatment. And of course, you can see beautiful views from everywhere there too. So I don't know, who's ready? Me? I'm ready. Can we go? Yeah, Cheryl's ready too. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's dig into expedition a little bit just so we can kind of tell you guys what happens on our expedition products. So again, just as a reminder, we do pole to pole. So when we do the Arctic, it's Greenland, Canada, Arctic, Antarctica, and we do Galapagos, and we also do the Kimberleys in Australia. And I will definitely refer you back to the WTA team for the Kimberleys because that is a really unique product. It's a lot of time on the ship, and not that that's scary, but for some, they really expect to get off every day and be able to do things. And it's such a water-based destination that that doesn't always happen. So I'm going to skip over that one for tonight because it could be a talk all of its own. And we will kind of take a little look, just a sneak peek at the other destinations. So if anyone is interested in doing Antarctica, there's a couple of ways that you can do this. I know the Drake Passage is not for everyone, me included. I get severely seasick and I don't really want to do it. So for me, it would be this one here on the left, which is what we call our Antarctica Bridge. Excuse me. And your pricing with us would include these inner flights. So we would take you down to Punta Arenas and then we would fly you over the Drake and then do your 6 days in Antarctica. So you're skipping all of that. And then, of course, we'd fly you back. Or you can brave it, get your air from Santiago down to Puerto Williams, take the Drake, and still do the same thing. So again, as you can see, several different options, but there are 2 ways to avoid the Drake Passage and fly over. So highly, highly recommend doing Antarctica. Everyone I know that has done it, it's on my list, has said it is just life-changing. Those that didn't think they wanted to go are ready to go again and have said, sign me up every time there's an expedition. So truly, truly, truly something to see. I'm going to apologize again because I got these a little out of order. There we go. Silver Endeavor. So this is our newest expedition ship. You will find her in Antarctica. She is purpose built for expedition, which means not only can she break through the ice easily, she has a lot of public spaces that are meant for expedition. So you'll find a couple more lounges, a couple more lecture rooms. Down at the bottom in the back, besides having the zodiacs and the kayaks, there is a room with a heated floor, heated racks for your jackets. It's very warm and welcoming. With Expedition, we do give you your jackets, your backpacks, and most of your gear. You will get an email at a certain point that says, please tell us your boot and jacket size. There is a rental fee for your boots. The rest of it is included with your expedition, but yet still plenty of, as you can see, nicely appointed suites. So no skimping just because we're doing expedition, right? What did I do with my, sorry guys, I somehow put a slide, oh, my happy fingers again. All right, Galapagos, that's where I was going. So floor to ceiling windows on the Silver Origin. Everyone with balconies. Again, only 100 guests, 50 suites. So she's a little tiny ship. She does the Galapagos year round. Blue and cream, indoor, outdoor, the whole entire time. Comes with all of your expedition gear. Again, it does not include dive gear. That is something you do on the side or through excursions, but all of your other excursions are included in your voyage, including snorkel. So this one is for sure on my list, but she sells out very quickly. Okay, we will talk about fares just super quickly. So we did talk on the door to door. It's kind of just a quick comparison. That was your everything, all in one place, completely all inclusive. We do also have an option of what we call port to port, which means that Cheryl and Mike would work on your air and maybe Dean's going to work on your hotel or however they want to share. And then we would do just your cruise. We also have what we call our new essential fare. This is great for those of you that are thinking of taking the leap to luxury. Maybe it's a little scary, or you're not sure if you need a shore excursion included in each port. There are only 52 sailings available on the essential fare. They're all within 5 months from now. So there's a couple of Alaska, a couple of Expedition, a nice quick trip from where most of us live. Cruise only. Gets you there and gets you a taste of the luxury. Everything is included while you're on board as well, just not those shore excursions. So again, please talk to your WTA agent and see what would be right for you. And I know Dean mentioned that there are a lot of solo travelers and that they focus on that. We focus on solo travelers as well. So there is a list, and I didn't want to bore you guys with it because it's long, but I have a list where our single supplement is as low as 25%. I have an even shorter list where it is 0%, which means no single supplement. So you will pay the per person rate for one of you. Even at 25%, you take the single person rate, you add 25% to it, and off you go. So that is a great, great, great idea for solos. We also, excuse me, have combinability with the Virtuoso amenities. So I know Dean touched on them being part of Virtuoso. That is a great benefit for you that, again, you don't pay for. So we have a long listing of voyages that would either have a host, which means someone like Cheryl and Mike that would be on board with you to answer any questions with you. It comes with a cocktail party, some other little things, some shipboard credit. They also have sailings that just have those amenities for you with shipboard credits. And again, they can fill you in on everything, but those are all combinable with anything that you see here today with us. So not only do you get whatever we're offering, you also get what, because working with WTA can get you through Virtuoso. So it's a win-win for you to get some extra exclusive offers that others can't get. It's a long list. This is page 1 of the 25% single supplement. So as you can see, they go all the way through the end of 2025 and into early 26 right now. And there are some expedition sailings on there. So again, if anyone is thinking of doing expedition or really want to go, now is the time to be booking with those great reduced single rates. They will not last long. It is also a great time to book because for attending tonight, you are going to get an additional savings of up to $500 per suite. So on singles, it is $250. On doubles, it is $500. This will start April 15th, so we're giving everyone a little time to digest, pick itineraries, talk with your advisor. You don't have to decide right this second. Any voyage in 24 or 25, this is applicable. If you have a 26, have your advisor reach out to me and we'll see if we can pass it along. Okay, I know everybody's starting to plan ahead, which is great. So this is a nice little addition to your Virtuoso amenity. Along with that, I can't tell you what it is right now, but on the 15th, we will also be starting a very rich promotion that will give you even more. So I'd love to tell you what it is, but I can't. It's not advertised yet, but it will be good. So come the 15th, you'll get Virtuoso amenities, you'll get your cruise night sale, and you'll get what we're offering. So it'll be a double whammy. If anyone is thinking of Silversea, now is the time. So Mike's contact information, their website, email, and phone number if you need it. This is who you'll reach out to. If they need anything, they'll reach out to me. I think I'm about covered. Anyone? Questions? Comments? Dean unmuted. He's got something to say.
I did, yes. Cate, thank you. I am excited. Mike and Cheryl have sailed on Silversea. I have not yet, but I see where there's every incentive that I have to go soon.
Absolutely. Me too. I feel you.
Well, thank you.
I know. Of
Great
course.
presentation. And I am going to hand off to Mike and Cheryl, who I believe are coordinating all of our questions. Again, we'll see if we'll get through them all if we can. Marilyn, if I may ask you to go ahead and put any question that you have into the Q&A box, and we'll queue it up with Mike and Cheryl. And so Cheryl, I'll let you take it from here.
Thank you, Dean. Okay, then I'd like to thank everyone for your very informed questions here. So, Cate, the first question that I have for you here is, what is your cancellation policy?
It varies a little bit, depending on if you're on Classic or Expedition, but it is $250 per person up to 120 days prior to sailing, and then it is a sliding scale past that. And of course, I'm sure as Cheryl will jump in and completely agree, she would be more than happy to book travel insurance for you to go along with that, which is a must in any book.
That is true.
Yes.
Okay, next question is, what is your deposit policy and when is the remainder due?
So that ties into the other question. So deposit is 15% and the remainder is due at that 120 days.
Okay. Is it better to buy the insurance through Silversea's or through an outside vendor?
So I would normally refer that to Cheryl and Mike, but having been on both sides, I can tell you in my personal opinion, it is a case by case depending on what you're doing. If you're just doing the cruise and we're doing it all for you, you might be better off to book our insurance. It also depends on age and how much you're spending and other factors. If you are doing other things on your own, then I'm sure Cheryl will agree that you should do it through them. But Cheryl, I'll let you answer that.
Okay, then. Then the next question I have, can you talk about the SALT program?
Sure. Is there a specific something you want to know? Because I think we did talk about it a little bit.
Yes.
Let's see. I can tell you a little bit more. SALT is included. The only thing that is not, there will be a pairing menu on Nova, Ray, Dawn, and Moon. So the 4 newest ships will have a 7-course pairing. There's a surcharge for that. I believe it's $189 per person. Come hungry. The rest of it is all included. So if you want to do the cooking, I keep calling it a cooking demonstration. I need to find a better word because it is not a demonstration. It is, you will be cooking in the lab. So one of the chefs will be there. All the ingredients will be there for you, and they will walk you through cooking a meal. The SALT kitchen is the dining area. no reservations, no surcharge. Again, that's the food that is going to be in the region that you're in. So they'll try to bring in local foods. While we're in ports, they'll bring things in and then make you a meal for there. And then Salt Bar will essentially be the same thing. It's a lot of chilies and spices and things that we can do, different rums of different regions, that kind of thing, to be able to make drinks for you. Hopefully
Thank
that
you.
helps a little more. Sure.
Thank you, Cate. Our next question, is there any entertainment on board?
Well, I guess we should have talked about that. Yes, yes, there is entertainment. So we do have a very small casino. We also have nightly shows. We also have lecturers and people from different venues that will come in and speak about areas that we're in. There's always my brain is not working, you guys. The day is over. It's not an expert, but we'll go with expert. An expert in the area that is always on board. And then, of course, bingo and the standards for sure. We do have a show lounge on every ship. And then the Silver Note has live music, and there's a couple other places to do karaoke. It's always a fun one, karaoke, trivia, live music. Yeah.
Thank you. Our next question, for the Antarctica expedition, is there any issue with the 100-person limit, and does that limit affect people wanting to go on the Zodiacs?
So it does not. There's enough space on Zodiacs and kayaks for everyone. It's kind of like dining. It's really bizarre how it organically works out. But you'll have some people over here on a kayak and some on a paddleboard and some doing a snorkel excursion and some that are there just to see the view. And it is never a problem. We are always able to accommodate everyone. We do open our shore excursions for booking 120 days before. So again, at the same time that your final payment is due. And sometimes you will see that it shows waitlisted. And that is simply because we have to get with our third-party vendor we use to make sure that everything is available. And then once that happens, everything clears. So yeah, we've never had a problem in the Galapagos with the excursions. And in Antarctica, there's enough space on the Zodiacs for everyone.
Okay, thank you.
These are great
next
questions.
question. What about the dress code?
Oh, the dress code. Oh boy. The dress code is ever changing, actually. So it rolled out 2 days ago on a couple of the ships. And now through the end of May, it will continue to go through the fleet. So we are actually making it a little more casual. So we will not require ties any longer. If you are doing La Dame, again, you are required to wear a jacket. If you are indoors after 6 p.m., they advise wearing a jacket, but it's not as it was. Again, not a tie, so you don't have to do the suit. And then all of the other dining venues and the rest of the ship are what I would call country club resort casual. So you can be wearing a nice polo shirt and a pair of slacks. No jeans, tennis shoes, or flip-flops after 6 p.m. But we are. Now, that said, some people say, but I love dressing up and I want to bring my bling and my husband's going to bring his tux. Go for it. Do it. Bring it. No one's going to tell you no. And we do get quite a few people that want to dress all of the time. So.
Exactly. Well,
Yep.
Cate, I want to thank you so much for answering the questions, and thank you to the audience for such great questions.
Yes, it was my pleasure. Those were great. I love it, actually. Those were some good questions. So yes, I hope that helped everyone and that you're a little bit more familiar with Silversea. Again, come Monday, there's going to be some great promotions going on. They are not to be missed. And the team at World Travel can help you out with that.
Okay, thank you. Excited to hear about what the secret is on
Yes.
Monday
I know.
when we get the review.
Yes. You can ask Kristen. She might know.
Oh,
Great. So for those who are interested, we have the last in our series as well on May 8th, and that will be a presentation on Virgin Voyages. Again, our thanks to Cate Almgren for a great presentation on Silversea, and we hope to see you in the next webinar.
bye.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye. Thank you, everyone. Have a good evening.
Bye-bye.